Once upon a time, in a small poor village, there lived a boy named Ayan. He was only 12 years old but carried responsibilities far beyond his age. His father had passed away in an accident, and his mother worked day and night to feed him and his little sister, Noor. One cold evening, Ayan's mother had only one piece of bread left for dinner. She divided it into 3 parts, but when Noor started crying from hunger, Ayan quietly gave his portion to her and said with a smile, "See, Noor? I'm not hungry at all. You eat and become strong." That night, Ayan went to bed hungry. But before sleeping, he thought about all the children in his school who also came without lunch. His heart was heavy, yet filled with kindness. The next day, Ayan found a small coin on the street. Instead of buying food for himself, he bought 2 small breads and gave one to an old beggar sitting near the market. The beggar looked at Ayan with tears in his eyes and whispered, "Son, you gave me hope today. May." And to his surprise, the pages weren't filled with ordinary text. Instead, each page seemed to shift and change. At first, it showed stories about bravery, sacrifice, and wisdom. But as he turned more pages, the words started to shape into events from his own life, his struggles, his fears, and even his dreams. Rehan couldn't believe it. "How does this book know me?" he whispered. Then, near the middle of the book, he found a page with a hand-drawn map. The map pointed to a massive oak tree on the edge of town. Below the drawing, it read, "Your answers lie where roots meet the earth and branches touch the sky." The next morning, Rehan followed the map. After walking for nearly an hour, he reached the oak tree. It was older than any tree he had ever seen, its trunk wide and twisted, its branches stretching high like arms toward the heavens. At the base, hidden under roots and soil, he noticed a small wooden box. With trembling hands, he pulled it out. Inside was a faded diary and a sealed envelope. The diary belonged to his grandfather, a man who had passed away before Rehan was born. As Rehan read through the fragile pages, tears filled his eyes. His grandfather had written about his dreams, his love for knowledge, and his hope that one day, someone in the family would continue his journey of learning. Finally, Rehan opened the envelope. Inside was a letter written in neat handwriting. "Dear Rehan, if you are reading this, it means you have found the courage to seek. Knowledge is the true treasure of..." From that day on, Rehan visited the library daily, restoring its shelves, dusting off its books, and bringing it back to life. And with every book he read, he felt his grandfather's wisdom guiding him toward the man he was meant to become.